History is filled with stories of incredible resilience, but few compare to that of Tsutomu Yamaguchi. His life bore witness to an event so catastrophic it reshaped the world. He was a man who faced the unimaginable, not once, but twice. His journey began like any other, a routine business trip in the summer of 1945. Little did he know he was about to become a unique figure in the annals of human suffering and survival. His story is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure. On August 6, 1945, Tsutomu Yamaguchi, an engineer for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, was in Hiroshima. He was nearing the end of a 3-month business trip, preparing to return home. The morning was clear, a typical summer day in the city. At precisely 8:15 a.m., the world changed forever. A blinding flash of light erupted over the city, followed by an immense roar. The first atomic bomb, Little Boy, had detonated. Yamaguchi was just 2 miles from the hypocenter. The force of the blast lifted him into the air, throwing him into a nearby potato patch. He suffered severe burns to his upper body and temporary blindness. The city around him was instantly transformed into a landscape of fire and rubble. Buildings collapsed, and a black rain began to fall, carrying radioactive fallout. Amidst the chaos, Yamaguchi somehow retained consciousness. He spent the night in an air raid shelter, disoriented and in immense pain. Despite his injuries, a primal instinct to return to his family in Nagasaki drove him forward. He knew he had to try and make it home. The following morning, Yamaguchi began his arduous journey. He navigated through the devastated city, past countless casualties and smoldering ruins. The scenes he witnessed were beyond comprehension. He managed to reach a train station, finding a damaged but operational train. The journey was slow and agonizing, filled with the cries of the wounded and the silence of the dead. He was a walking testament to the bomb's destructive power. He arrived in Nagasaki on August 8th, exhausted and severely weakened. His family was shocked by his appearance, his body bandaged and his face swollen. He was immediately admitted to a hospital for treatment. On the morning of August 9th, Tsutomu Yamaguchi was at his workplace in Nagasaki. Despite his injuries, he reported to the Mitsubishi office, eager to explain the horrors he had witnessed in Hiroshima. He was recounting the terrifying details to his director and colleagues. He described the blinding flash, the deafening roar, and the utter devastation. As he spoke, a second blinding flash filled the room. This time, the atomic bomb, Fat Man, had detonated over Nagasaki. Yamaguchi was once again just a few miles from the hypocenter. The blast shattered the windows and walls of the office, throwing him to the ground. He was miraculously unharmed by the second explosion itself, shielded by the building. However, the shockwave exacerbated his existing injuries. He was once again exposed to intense radiation. His bandages were torn and his fever spiked. He had survived 2 atomic bombings within 3 days. The immediate aftermath of the second bombing was a blur of pain and fear. Yamaguchi, along with his family, sought refuge in a tunnel. His wife and child had also survived the Nagasaki blast, though they too suffered from radiation exposure. For weeks, Yamaguchi battled a high fever, vomiting, and hair loss, classic symptoms of acute radiation sickness. His wounds festered, and his body struggled to heal. The long-term effects of the radiation would plague him for the rest of his life. He endured numerous medical procedures and hospitalizations over the decades. His health was a constant reminder of the 2 cataclysms he had experienced, yet he persevered, a living symbol of the atomic age. For many years, Tsutomu Yamaguchi chose to live a quiet life, focusing on his family and work. The memories of 1945 were too painful to recount publicly. However, as he aged, he felt a growing responsibility to share his unique story. He became a vocal advocate for nuclear disarmament, believing his survival carried a profound message. He wanted the world to understand the true horror of nuclear weapons, not as abstract concepts, but as lived experience. He spoke at the United Nations, met with filmmakers, and shared his testimony with countless students and peace activists. His calm, dignified demeanor lent immense power to his words. He was a living bridge to a past that must never be repeated. In 2009, the city of Nagasaki officially recognized him as a dual atomic bomb survivor, or Niju Hibakusha. He was the only person to be officially recognized as having survived both attacks. This recognition brought his story to an even wider global audience. Tsutomu Yamaguchi passed away in 2010 at the age of 93. His death marked the end of an extraordinary life, but not the end of his message. His story continues to resonate, a powerful warning from history. He lived through the dawn of the nuclear age and dedicated his later years to preventing its catastrophic return. His survival was not just a personal miracle, but a profound lesson for humanity. Yamaguchi's life serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of nuclear warfare. His voice, though now silent, echoes through time, urging us to strive for a world free from such unimaginable destruction.